I suppose up this Mustang's boot guy if we're back to GTA 5 another LS Rally. Now, we have this episode completely devoted to the Blazers. There are 3 of them in the game, so that means 3 of them shall go around the track. Now, this is right now the normal Blazer. Nothing special about it, and frankly, kinda boring. But in considering I have 3, and I am saving the best one for last, I thought this one should be a fair comparison. Alright, fair comparison between the three Blazers in the game to see which one is really the best, alright? And frankly, I quite like this vehicle. Nice and easy to drive. No oversteer or understeer. Not as twitchy as a bike. Not as fast, but rather easy to drive. And no problems around that very bumpy corner due to the suspension travel. Now, I can't quite go through there at full speed because that'll happen. So, you do have to be careful in that area. Because normally, bikes can drive right through there, but this is not really a bike. Well, that's a new way to crash. Don't act like that. I think it may have a massive problem with both gates. Yeah. This vehicle took a surprisingly long time to get right, because whether it be running wide in some areas, it's because I drove wrong, or I made a mistake, or the fences, this thing. I don't know why it was so challenging. It's not super fast, not super hard to control, but I just had a little bit of a problem. I bet I was getting used to it. Carried a lot of speed into the tunnel. Carried a lot of speed into that. Probably one of the fastest speeds you've seen for 4 wheels. But, yeah, this thing isn't gonna go incredibly fast in the 4-wheel section. Just because it's lacking the power. Sure, it's lacking the weight by a lot, but it's also lacking a lot of power. We've seen couple hundred horsepower cars race down here, FMJ, X80 Proto, those type of things, and this thing, not quite as powerful as you may have guessed. Now make sure you don't, I'm gonna take this corner here. You're incredibly lucky, sir. And slam on the brakes. Yeah, you see how slow I have to go for those gates? It's ridiculous. I don't know how you talked. You were flying through the air. But I don't know how that man was talking after I hit him with a quad bike. Also, I'm pretty sure I should have fallen off my bike from that, because the guy just flew into my face after running him over. But, you know, that's beside the point. Laws of physics no longer apply, I guess, when you're driving one of these things as we go across the line. Yeah. Not that hard to drive, but I just made some mistakes and took a little bit longer than I wanted to, really. Now, I know you're saying this isn't a Blazer, but I tried to get the Hot Rod Blazer in, and the Hot Rod Blazer is apparently not eligible for racing unless you own it, and I'm not buying it for $70,000 or whatever it is. So we have the Hot Rod, basically a Mad Max, I don't know the name of it. It just slipped from my mind. But anyway, it's a new, Hot Rod Tornado, Hot Rod Tornado. It can shoot a lot of fire from the engine. That's always a good thing. Makes a very loud noise. Kind of reminds me of a Mad Max car. So, that's also always good. Anything that's Mad Max related is always good. Except running out of fuel. That's not very good, because then we won't have cars. And that would be unfortunate to have a world without cars. This thing does seem to have a bit of understeer, probably because of the size disposition between the front tires and the rear tires. Yeah, there's a pretty big size difference between those two tires, and on cars that can sometimes mean understeer. You are incredibly lucky, I think. Either that or you got clipped by the tire, because the tire kind of juts out from the car. So I don't know if you survived or not, but if you did, you are incredibly lucky. Nah, yeah, this thing just kind of struggles with understeer. Not the best with it. At least it doesn't have that much oversteer. And, kind of lacking engine detail there. If they could have added some more engine detail. I mean, they have the option if you, buy this car to put a fan belt on it. That was quite possibly the most amazing thing I've ever done. This thing is about as wide as a bus, and I think it kind of phased through there, but now this run has to succeed, okay? This run has to succeed. I'm kind of completely off topic. I have no clue what I was talking about beforehand. Well, I can't see. The camera's all weird. Yeah, the brakes are not the best on this thing. They're okay, but they are kind of lacking. I can feel it not being as efficient as some other vehicles under braking. I almost outbraked myself for that for the sharp chicane, but I did manage to recover it. And, this is quite possibly the best ride I've ever done, because first try was an absolutely amazing threading the needle moment, so yeah, not that hard to drive, little bit of understeer, terrible brakes, but still pretty easy to drive considering I did it on my first try. No, your eyes are not deceiving you. This is the Blazer Sport, and it has a double wing. This thing cost $80,000, but I don't care. It was worth every penny because it has a giant wing on it. That makes everything exponentially better, okay? Exponentially better if you have a giant wing on it. So I had to buy it because it's just that cool, alright? Who doesn't want a Blazer with a wing on it that can pop very big wheelies? That was kind of terrifying with those wheelies. It just pops up at random if you pull hard enough on it. Now, this vehicle, as you can see, is an awful lot faster than the normal Blazer. So, I'm interested to see how this will fare on the table, because, as you can see, it's going a lot more rapidly. But the gigantic wing is providing the downforce to keep us on the road. Okay? So, this vehicle is quite possibly the most incredible vehicle in all of GTA 5. Because what other Blazer or any other motorcycle, in that matter, can have a wing on it? Alright? None. None of them have a wing. Much less a double wing. Because this thing has the option for a single wing. I ruined it, didn't I? Yes, I did. This thing has the option for a double wing. Or, I go for a single wing. But, you know, for me, I had to go with the double wing. Yeah, this is quite possibly my new favorite vehicle in all of GTA 5. It also pops wheelies incredibly easily. Oh, but you don't want to be popping wheelies all the time, because I got a big twitchy moment there. So, you have to be a little wary of that. But, oh, I just cannot get over that. It's hard to focus on the road. Because it's there. You don't look at a quad bike and say, yeah, I'll put a wing on that. But thank God Rockstar Digital have this piece of beauty that's actually quite fast. Actually quite fast. I'm very surprised by how fast this thing is. But we are going to lose time going through the fences, okay? I just know we are. It's gonna happen. Sorry, fans of the Blazer, but it's not quite gonna be a record holder. Because we had to take our sweet time going through the fences not to go absolutely ballistic. Alright, So we're just gonna slam hard on the brakes right now. You see? You see? That's why you slam on the brakes. So they got a big wheelie. But we did keep it under control in both of those instances. The wing is keeping us on the ground. It is doing its job. So I think the success of this run will probably be due to the gigantic wing on the back providing all the downforce we could ever need. Because we shall cross the line. Can you tell that I like this vehicle? Can you tell that I like it? Because I really like it, okay? Oh, this thing is amazing. It's had a pretty good lap time, too. Unsurprisingly, the Blazer Sport will go fastest of the day with a 148.92. That beast of Vapid FMJ, a supercar, got beat by a Blazer. Pretty good showing from the Blazer. Again, I think the almighty wing definitely did a part in that. The gigantic, enormous thing on the back. Then, next up, a little bit further down, is the normal Blazer with a 152.79. That's faster than both the Trofeos Rally and the Omnis rally cars. So, another pretty good showing from that, considering honestly didn't feel that fast. And at the very bottom of the table, we have the Tornado Rat Rod, doing a 209. And something else, I remember. But it does go faster than both the Frankenstrange and the Lurcher. So, it does beat its main sports classic rival on this table. But, yeah, it just was not a very fast car. Just didn't have the speed, really, or the acceleration as these vehicles. But anyway, guys, that's it for this episode of GTA 5. We'll be back with more.